Welcome back, everybody. Today is Monday, November 17th, and the quest log is down for maintenance. If you do not remember what was going on, well, over here on Jelly Neo, they gave you a little bit of a reminder as part of Neopets' 26th birthday celebration. Neopets quest log is receiving a special upgrade for 2 weeks. So potentially this thing going down is something to do with all of these buffs that are happening. So we shall see what's going on. For now, what I am doing is I am not going to do my fishing. I think the other day I wasn't able to do my fishing, but even though I couldn't, I still attempted to do so, and I'm pretty sure it credited me with completing that quest. So even though I think that's how it actually works, that you're able to still do it, I'm gonna just pass on it until this thing comes back up. I think that's the only one that I can imagine that could get messed up if it is going to get messed up. I think it worked, like I said. Other thing I want to talk about today is the fact that Rarity 99s, yeah, I think Neopets wants you to have every Rarity 99 possible so that you could do Judora and Illusions Quest. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I need to step over here to Tales of Dacardia. I know that's kind of weird to hear me talk about Rare 99s and then going over here to Dacardia, because if you do not remember, we have a calendar going on. We are on 20 Dacardia coins and 26 Dacardia coins for both of the calendars. Now, what I'm talking about here is the Donation Dome event. So the Scourgeax Donation Dome event starts literally today. So make sure to go out and do that. But when you take a look at the prizes and what's showing here, you got a book, you got a weapon, you got a morphing potion, you got a stamp. But then once you donate, which is 225 points, you're able to pick up these different sort of items. And if anybody can tell on here, some of these are rarity 99s. Okay. And then I started thinking to myself, okay, they're just going to give out everything at this point, sell everything. And that's what I said about galleries. It really sucks because if you're trying to make a gallery and spent like 100 million on an item, well, potentially they're going to just give it out. And what I mean by that is just take a look at the different things they're giving out in Tales of the Cardia, Faerie Fragments, and then you take a look at this Wheel of Celebration. Just this alone, one of the following weapons. You land on a weapon slot and take a look at what you see here. Do you notice all these? Yeah, a lot of these, I don't want to say all of them because I know some of them aren't 99s, but a lot of these are rarity 99s. It's actually insane. And you just scroll down, down, down. Okay, okay, okay. You get more and more and more. And I will tell you like this. Basically, if you want to do Judora's or Illusions Quest, this is what you got to do. All you got to do is wait for one of these events to happen. You look at this list, you buy every one of these down the line if you have enough money to do so. You don't do Judora as an illusion quest right now because what's going to happen is you potentially will use one of these items, but you won't make it the whole way to 50 because you don't have enough of them. Unless you're one of the people that have enough or you have a lot of backup to help you with the quest. But you see what's actually happening here. If they're going through the list of Rarity 99s they hand out to people, eventually you're going to get to the point where you will have them all. It's just really how long you want to wait. And that's what I'm seeing as I stare at all of this. This is the path they are going. They're handing out all these Rarity 99s. You see these? You even got stamps on here. So it's going to just be one of those ones. If you are patient enough, you will eventually get enough to actually complete the quest on your own. But if you want to just take a stab at it, go for it. As long as you have help, you should be able to complete it as well. Unless it's something really, really crazy. But the sheer fact that Tales of the Cardia gives out a Bony Girl Club just by spinning and landing on a certain space on the wheel, well, a chance anyways, it's pretty insane to me. Look at this. You got all these different stamps. So, by the way, I ended up with two 25,000 Neo point spins yesterday, which is really awesome. I say that as in joking. I mean, the wheel celebration, I think, should remove two things off the wheel: the discount code and the Neo points. I think that's kind of messed up when you really think about trying to celebrate all of this. Let me just click this and see if I can get two really good spots. I don't mind the map at all. Oh, the map. Yeah, I got the. Oh, I got the same exact piece. That's crazy. Oh, unless they just use this picture over again. But if it's true, I probably got the same piece again. That's actually kind of sad. Why? Why you give me same piece? No, I don't want a stat increase. No. No. But oh, intelligence, the worst thing ever. Well, actually, maybe agility? I don't know. But I didn't need 10 intelligence points. That is very sad. That is some, oh, oh, my internet. Oh, there it goes. Oh boy. Did it? Oh, it gave you the same piece. No. No, where did I even get this one? I got a Zebi. DB. DB. Super rare. Apparently, I got a super rare 670,000. See my point here? I don't even know where I'm getting these things. And magically, here's a rarity 99 just sitting in there. Let me think about this. Bank manager plushie came from Tales of the Cardia, which means this potentially came from Tales of the Cardia. Wait, let me look at my pictures. Hold on. Pictures. Do I see? No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I landed on anything to give me that. I swear I have no idea where that came from. I have no idea. Maybe it's a random event. One of these over here. Oh, did I win? Yes, I won. All right, let's see. Cheaper by the dozen. That's the stock one. So I'm gonna do that one. Okay, okay, full pockets. Actually, I'm not gonna do my scratch cards. Like I said, the prizes weren't that good. So I'm gonna do cheaper by the dozen and premium dreamium, even though I don't really play games. But I did it. Yes, we won. That's awesome. I do like a good discount on me stocks. Just yeah, I did say me stocks, by the way. Yeah, like right now in real life, there's a discount on stocks. Not saying you should buy it or anything because I am not an investment whatever professional. I am not a professional. 28,389. Yes, yes. I'm not an advisor. Do not listen to me whatsoever. I mean, stocks still have a little room to come down. That's the honest truth. So that is the bad part. But in the game of Neopets, I want to get. Oh, there it is. I saw the ZB right here. Bang. Where's this grave danger? That makes a whole lot of sense. So that is it. I'm going to do my dailies. I'm going to finish all that good stuff up. And then I'm going to move on with my life. And we'll see what happens with the daily quest log. So potentially I'll come on a little bit later. Who really knows? Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. But I'm going to just finish it up. Remember, I'm going to skip my fishing quest just in case. Should I skip? I'm going to skip the Wheel of Knowledge too. I'm gonna skip the Wheel of Knowledge because sometimes it comes up as Wheel of Knowledge, and you can't just do that again. So I'm gonna skip that. I really don't want any problems with my daily quest log. Even though I'm premium and I get 6 chances, which means I can skip one, I don't want to have to deal with any of that stuff. So that is everything. I will see you all later. Okay, this is short and sweet. 8 minutes. The short and sweet, huh? Oh, the other day. I was about to tell you about what I'm gonna do, what I was doing with my life the other day. So, if you don't want to hear about what happened in life, then please turn this video off right now. But yeah, Friday was a crazy day. It was something completely different than what I expected was going to happen. Friday, what did I do? I woke up to go to Walmart because they had like some Pokemon Black Friday early thing. Unfortunately for me, what ended up happening was they sold it online, which is completely different from what they've done. You know, like normally when you sell something online, it's a separate inventory. There's inventory online, and then you show up to the store, and then there's inventory in the store. Well, what happened was I got up at 5 in the morning. I went to Walmart. I was standing there. Walmart guy comes out, asked if anybody wanted any of the Pokemon, and I'm like, yes. And he was like, well, unfortunately, it's sold out all online, so there's nothing here for you. And I was like, well, that's just great. I woke up early in the morning to go do that, only to be just slapped down. So that was very unfortunate. And then what happened was, I was supposed to go to well, I did go to a luncheon. So I had to drive about 50 minutes away to go to this work luncheon. It's a really nice place. But, oh no, I didn't close the fishing thing that whole time. I'm sitting here telling the story and I completely missed it. Well, I'm premium, so then I got 6 chances and I only have to do 5. Darn it. At least I closed the wheel of knowledge that whole time. Man, this is telling this story. So, anyways, I go to this luncheon. And on the way there, I stop off at Best Buy. My sister said they probably have stuff. She called in. I was able to get some stuff. I went to my luncheon. It was very nice. This place was really fancy. I had like a white shirt and jeans and a jacket, of course. I left my jacket on because I looked around and I'm like, oh my God, everybody's dressed really nice, which makes a lot of sense because a French onion soup was $13 all by itself. Normally a French onion soup is, if anybody knows, it's about $6, $7 at like a normal restaurant. This thing was 13. So you could see the prices were all jacked sky high. It was a nice place though. It's we got to see a wedding. Oh, wait, I almost messed up cheaper by the dozen. This whole telling what happened on Friday is not going too well. So let me hold on. Before I do, I need a 10. 10. There we go. So as we're sitting there was apparently a wedding reception. It was last minute, as in literally day of. So whoever these people were going to, they wherever they were going for their reception, that place like canceled on them. Like obviously last minute they canceled on them. Like, oh my God, that is crazy. So they ended up doing it there. It was really neat to see them put this place together. I will tell you, it looks freaking amazing. Candles. They have waterfall inside of this place. They have like one of those, it's not a fireplace, but in the middle of the room is like this giant fire pit. It's pretty freaking amazing. So they put that all together. I got to see the lovely wife, the bride and groom. There we go. That's the correct word. Lovely bride and groom. They're all very happy. We got to clap along with them. The owner actually bought us all drinks, so that was really cool. Yeah, it was just a fun time. But as I sat there, oh look at Doggo. I was thinking today was the cat day, but maybe it's tonight is when he puts up the cats. So we shall see. But anyways, I wrote to my friend. I haven't talked to her in about 2 years. Well, I haven't seen her in 2 years. How about that? I haven't seen her in 2 years, and I decided to write her. We used to go out to eat a lot and then go out and have drinks. And I stared at my drink and I'm like, okay, well, this thing looks pretty cool. Let me just write to her and just show her how cool this drink is and just, let her know that, hopefully she's doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hopefully she's doing okay. Same thing. But at the same time, she wrote back and told me that her her mom-in-law had like 1 to 2 days left to live. And I'm like, holy crap. Because I hung out with her. I was there for the 80th birthday, all that good stuff. So sadly, afterwards I went and she actually passed while I was standing there. Like I was literally there. The granddaughter and the daughter were both there. It was just us three, and it was hard to watch. And she was 87. It was pretty crazy, and it always goes back to the whole what I always tell people. It's like life is life is finite, right? You only have so much time on this earth, and you gotta enjoy what you gotta enjoy. So things like stuff that I see on Neopets, like on the boards, the thing that I always point out, like it's just it sucks. There's people out there that's never going to agree with you. There's people out there that are saying things that you're never going to like, but focus on the positive. And if you can, you just mute them. I think you can block people on Neopets. You just kind of move on with your life. How did I get 2 cryptid chance scratch cards? Is that a thing? You get 2 of them now? Is that part of the event? I have no idea. But I just stared at them. I stared at uh the lady that passed. I don't want to say her name. So it's kind of making it difficult not to say her name by just saying what I'm trying to say. Who is the leader of the defenders of Neopia? Judge Hogg, right? I'm gonna be sad if it's wrong. Okay, 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 I got it. But yeah, it's you gotta enjoy life as much as possible, and she definitely lived a life. 87, had lots of kids, didn't have a lot of money, but made the most of life and gave them the best life possible. So That's what I keep saying. It's just a reminder myself that, like, it was a crazy day thinking about it. I went to Walmart, got some Pokemon, went to a thing, saw a wedding, saw death. It's it kind of went full circle for me, and it just proves the point that you just gotta enjoy life, live it to the best as possible, and while you're here, be hopefully be kind to each other. I mean, you could live the life whatever you want. You could be mean, you could be nice to people, you could do whatever you want, but it makes you think again about like what's actually important in life. And sometimes when you stare at all these arguments and all these people, um, going back and forth with each other, it doesn't seem like it's a great use of time or energy. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's why I was not there on Friday because I got up early in the morning and I didn't come back until really late. And then even after I came back, I just didn't want to do anything. So that is where we are. Be nice to each other out there. That is all I have to say for this. What did he write here? What I was going to promote a bit more due to the wheel celebration going on. Oh, yes, he wants rarity 99s. If you get a rarity 99 from it, or if you're premium from the Wheel Starlight and might be interested in selling me, you can check the list of R99s that still need on the link before the table. That is hilarious because what I just told you before about rarity 99s, like potentially getting buying up what's actually coming out there because that is the lowest price you're going to potentially get for a while, and stocking up. I'm definitely telling you for sure. Neopets team is going through the list, kind of like what they even did with the talisman beads, right? Where they just destroyed the price of that sucker, which still makes no sense what they're doing on the Faerie Fragments with limiting the thing. I don't get it. I mean, there's only one thing that makes a whole lot of sense with Faerie Fragments is the fact that they're trying to FOMO you into using boosters so that early on, right, early on, you can get the limited prizes. But that's only like a temporary thing. You can only FOMO people at the very beginning because once those people are done, then you have the rest of the people that don't care. Realistically, you should leave it like that because then the lazy people will have to use the boosters at the very end. But I think they're just trying to capitalize on the people that want to get it first. That's all that's really happening, and that's just my guess. But it's the only thing that really makes sense to me. But what does make sense to me, other than all of that, is the fact, like I said again, you know, have a lot of fun, be happy. Life is short, enjoy it. And if you need anything, this is the holiday season. I say this every year. If you look at the description of these videos, I think I'm pretty have to go back and look. I think I put my email address. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm just some dude on the internet. But if you ever need someone to just write to, you have no one else to go to. I'm one of those people that at least I can hear you out. I may not have all the advice in the world, but at the very least, it's something. And I started sending there, like, as I was driving home from uh, the hospital place that she was at. It wasn't a hospital, it was like a senior citizen community thing where they have nurses and stuff. And I started remembering why I like Neopets a lot. I know like the nostalgia, all that great stuff, but I remember talking back and forth with the person on Neopets that I met in real life that I'm still friends with today. And it reminded me of like that kind of stuff where it was nice to be able to just to talk to somebody that had the same kind of interest, hobbies, and at the same time, if you're not able to speak to people in real life, like they're not there, right? I don't know too many people out there in this town that plays Neopets, but oh no, I messed up my attack. Shoot. Messed up I'm reading my own message here. So anyways, if you need anybody, I'm here. And that was the nicest part about how did I get damaged? That was the nicest part about Neopets is an avenue to speak to people. So I know the holidays are rough for some people. Maybe you lost somebody, maybe you don't have anybody, or maybe it's just general depression about everything that's going on with the world. But if you do need someone, I am at least a person. Okay. But that is everything. I'll see you all later. Bye.